Finally, we reached the wooden gate. Nervously, we glanced at each other, waiting to see what's behind us. Creaking, the doors peeled back to reveal a prehistoric jungle. We ventured in. We were anxious, palms sweaty, hearts beating, biting our lips. Despite the impending danger, we continued. At that moment, a velociraptor charged past us. Luckily, it didn't pick up on our scent, and so we were alive. For now. In the corner of my eye, I noticed sharp, deadly horns turning at us. Without thinking, we crossed the river cautiously and carefully. A shadow cast over us, revealing the huge dinosaur. Every step made the earth shake. Wading through the leaves and bushes, we found an opening, but were stopped in our tracks when we heard it. We turned to reveal that our worst nightmare. We ran for our lives.
Imagine a place where the past comes alive, knowing that the next step you take could be your last. Where meat-eating historical creatures come to life, this is that world. My heart beating faster every second, not knowing what will happen next. Palm trees swaying rhythmically in the wind, water crashing against the rocks. Suddenly, a figure pushed through me and Joel, pushing me back. I was thankful that I wasn't his lunch, moving away, hoping it won't come back. We saw another dinosaur, not wanting to go near, we crossed the icy water. Pushing the plants aside. Waterfalls trickled down the rocks. The sun was cooking us alive. I heard a roar. Slowly I turned around. Staring at me was the T-Rex. Quickly I ran, and the sound of roars filled the air.
Finally, I arrived at the wooden gates. All of a sudden, I heard creaking and turned around to see dinosaurs all over the place. I was amazed as one passed right over me, heading to some trees in the distance. I walked down by a river and jumped as a raptor sped straight past me as fast as a jet. I then saw a stegosaurus as big as a tank, so I decided to cross the river. Another dino appeared from behind a mountain. It was the same size as the first. I continued to walk and wade through the grass, and then I heard it. I turned and saw a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex. I fled immediately.
Slowly, the wooden doors creaked open to reveal a whole new world. Rocks the size of boulders, tropical trees. But the things that were most startling were the dinosaurs. Diplodocuses, Triceratops, pterodactyls, and many other types, each as terrifying as the next.
The moon was low in the serene sky, like a faulty light bulb that shone over the stream. We waded over, waist high in water, as the trees swayed in the breeze. Eventually, we reached land, stumbling over the rocks, heart beating rapidly with fear.
We glanced at each other, knowing the dinosaurs wouldn't stay peaceful for long. I glanced around me and shrieked in surprise. A Tyrannosaurus Rex! It glared over us, making us feel like mice. It was over.
Imagine a time when dinosaurs lived, when they ruled the world. No human stepped foot on Earth. This was where I am.
Walking down the path where I met the huge Diplodocus. The heat hit me. It felt like I was in the oven like a Christmas turkey.
Phew!
Oh.
The sun was so hot, I felt sick and about to faint.
Running away from all the dinosaurs, I jumped into the fast-flowing stream and swam to the other side.
As I swam for my life, I heard the mighty roar of the T-Rex. I knew if I moved a muscle, I'll become a human Happy Meal. Walking through the long, sturdy grass, we saw it. Is that a T-Rex? No, it's...
Imagine a time of dinosaurs, a time of cavemen, a time of gore. Well, this is the time.
The beautiful sun gleamed at me as I went on my exciting adventure. As I entered, I saw a gigantic rocky mountain peering over my head. Suddenly, out of nowhere, I saw a tiny baby dino rapidly running across the shallow transparent lake.
There was green dinosaurs with sharp pointy teeth getting ready to strike. I was as scared as a tiny mouse running away from a cat. There were speedy waterfalls pouring down like a monster slime dripping down his mouth. There was big-necked dinosaurs that scared us away. We looked back, shuddering against the river. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, there was a massive dino right in front of me. Run! We screamed, run!
We were so amazed, although petrified. Suddenly the doors flung open and the journey begun. Steadily we trudged along the gritted path. We trudged through the bushes looking for miniature dinosaurs. The sun glared at us wildly. Then there was a velociraptor that charged past us. As we waded through the water, we saw a herd of triceratops. And then we saw the diplodocus trampling towards us. We ran, but the wrong way. T-Rex!
Eventually, we reached the wooden gates. Nervously, I glared at Keaton as the gates creaked open. We adventured in as a shadow hid the sun, as we stared up at the enormous Diplosaurus. The Velociraptor scared us. The sun was glaring down at us, but nearly burning our flesh. We adventured on, walking through the water. It was wet, so cold. Whoa, that is big, I say to Faye, as we nudge through all the trees. Ah! A big dinosaur! Let's run!
Swoosh, bang, crack. The sun targeted me. I was as hot as a blazing laser. The water slid down the pebbles. There was no cold grass, no clean water. We slowly trod on the sticky sand, looking at the terrifying dinosaurs. We were gazing up at the massive trees until we saw the scariest thing, a big, massive dinosaur. It was big and fat. Before it got us, we ran to the next stop. Then we saw a massive mountain. We discovered that. Then we saw something that was terrifying, the massive T-Rex. So we ran for our lives.
Seconds ago, we realised we were lost. The cliffs towered over us. You were petrified. The tall dinosaurs were like monsters. We saw so many dinosaurs up to now. Sharp ones, soft ones,
but we heard an almighty roar and ran for our lives.
While we were breathing heavily, we ran for our lives. We couldn't waste another minute standing by and waiting for a Tyrannosaurus Rex to end our lives.
The creepy door swung open, revealing an ancient world of terror. As I sneaked into this extinct magical world, a powerful heat wave struck me like lightning. I was being burnt like an overcooked chip. My heart beating ever so fastly. Suddenly, a cold-blooded creature rushed past me. Every corner in this world is death. Suspicious birds of zoom with an evil smirk. Eerie waterfalls whispered, "You don't belong in this world." I went through the grass. The grass was cutting me like scissors. I had to keep going. I need to get out of this world. It's my only hope. My body tensed with goosebumps as I observed the creature in front of me. I rapidly ran off.
As I walked through the brown musty doors, I stood in the dry floor. I saw a dinosaur sniff me. I ran away with fright. I pointed at them and said, "Watch out." Did they listen to me? No. Then I jumped from the dinosaur. No, I walked through one. Then I walked past, with amazement, I walked past the Tyrannosaurus. Then I walked carefully through the water. Sprinkle splash, sprinkle splash. I was worried, petrified, and I walked, I saw the brand new dinosaur. It was brown and big and roaring. I ran. Imagine a place not far from here where dinosaurs today endure, where the extinct is alive. Imagine a place where you won't survive. If scientists worked harder, if they saw their mistakes, if they found more clues, then they would know what was coming. This is Jurassic World. The adventure of a lifetime was actually a deathbed. The blazing sun was staring at me, and I was trying not to faint. The waterfall was like steaming water about to burn me. I was on the other side of the river when this velociraptor started coming after me out of nowhere and started chasing me. Finally, it stopped chasing me, and I hid behind a rock. Then, out of nowhere, I saw a shadow towered over me, and it was the T-Rex. Have you ever heard of Jurassic World? Well, we have. We went inside.
It was really scary. We saw Diplodocuses, velociraptors, and there was lots and lots of stone and mud. It was horrible. You wouldn't like to come here, but we did. It was okay, but it was just very, very scary. It can be really rough around here. Look, there's a Stegosaurus. The lake was beautiful, but deadly. There was leeches and everything. And then we got closer to the Diplodocus, and we foraged through and out the jungle. We saw the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and we screamed and ran for our lives.
As we walked into the Jurassic Park, we were amazed by the immense dinosaurs. The dinosaurs were even bigger than mountains. We passed below for long-necked dinosaurs. Then we came to the river, where we jumped over a velociraptor and evaporated through the other one. And behind us was a Triceratops. The sun was so burning that your eyes
look like pools of lava. Hungry, greedy and speedy, the dinosaurs hunt with no delay. Nature was looking around every corner of this Jurassic Park.